Everyone clap. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Alex, you're ruining the set. Hey everyone, welcome back to Full Swing Studios. I'm Darby Vance. Today we have Slater and Alex, our talented Full Swing crew, and I challenged them with 24 hours notice to do a spooky themed photo shoot. We had 30 minutes to shoot and then 2 hours roughly to edit. We have no idea what each other is doing. The only thing we know is that we helped each other on the shoots and we know what we took pictures of and stuff. However, I think mine is a little obvious with what I was doing, but I am very excited to see what you guys have in store. I have literally no conceptual idea. And if I haven't said it already, the challenge was themed around Halloween, spooky season. We wanted to release a, social video for Halloween. So, to begin, I'll kind of start off with my photo, and walk you through the process. When I was taking my photos, I was basically sitting down and doing a bunch of weird faces and a bunch of weird things with my hands. I was having you guys direct me so that I was trying to stay as still in the frame as possible and lining up, because my idea was inspired kind of basically by body horror. And I wanted to just do like a freaky looking image, and I tied it into the theme of see no evil, hear no evil, and the other one that I didn't say. I forgot. Okay, that's the one I didn't say. I couldn't remember. I never would know which order to say them in. All right, so I had kind of talked about, we took a bunch of funny, weird looking images and I isolated them down in Lightroom to I think about seven different photos. And then I brought all of them into Photoshop.
nice.
Where I just kind of layered them by how I wanted to kind of isolate them. I did an extra one in there that I ended up not using because it included some of the other stuff I was doing. Like, that's a weird one. What am I doing there? And then I started by manually kind of rotoscoping with the magnetic lasso tool. And I did non-destructive editing, so I used masks. So in case I needed to undo anything or whatever. So I'm not just using the eraser, I'm using good Photoshop etiquette. And yeah, I just kind of, this first one, just put it in my mouth, speak no evil. I did add, I did kind of pretended to add a little bit of a shadow because of my mouth right there by just erasing that section. It's very subtle, but I'm like, might as well do it right here. I would have done way more of that stuff if I was spending more time. I tried doing the lasso tool with this. It did not, it was, no, I think I did successfully do it.
Yeah, it looks okay.
But yeah, as you see, I invisible the other image and it was way off and I had to kind of scooch it, make it fit and really blend it in with the other image. And this is actually one of the screw ups I did that I didn't realize until I was editing. Do you notice anything weird about, so this finger is supposed to be going through my head, if that makes sense. Okay. So first I had to put a little shadow there to block out the highlight. But I'm curious if I scrub. Okay, do you guys notice anything funky about about the ear, the finger through the ear?
It's slightly off, got a Mona Lisa effect where it's one side's higher than the other.
I kind of did that a little bit on purpose because it's kind of angled, but the thing is I wasn't thinking about the direction of the finger. And so the fingernail's on top when it should be facing camera.
Okay.
And if I had more time, I would have just AI'd it or something like that. I don't know.
It adds to the body horror.
I couldn't just I don't know. It was tricky, but anyway, yeah, it's my fingers even twist. It's not only long, but it twisting in my brain. So the image is starting to get together. Alex, your wonderful hands.
Yep, there I am.
I isolated. I actually ended up using the shot that I didn't think we were going to be used because I just like the hand placement better. Because I was worried about your arm not being included by my head.
Right.
So I wanted to keep the eyebrows and just your hands. So I just isolated those. So it's kind of a weird. I thought this was actually super creepy. Just doesn't that almost look like a skeleton nose or something?
No, Voldemort.
I'm like, oh dang, do I just stop here? That's incredibly creepier than what the final product's gonna be. And then I think the final, I even had to, my nose is actually bigger in this because of just how the lining up and stuff. I basically stacked my nose. So almost there. And then like the final touch, I did one photo where I made my eyes creepy like that. And so I just kind of painted them in. And then my final step, I got rid of the logo on my shirt. And I brought it back into Lightroom because I like the coloring. How to color. I know how to color in Lightroom and stuff better. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make it black and white to obviously make it. Oh, I did brighten the hand a little bit, but obviously black and white was the vibe. I had to go for this. So brought it back into Lightroom. There's actually a nice little filter that I kind of just used and then adjusted from there. And then the one thing that I wanted to do to take it just a little extra polish was add some grain. So yeah, and so here's my final result. Creepy, body horror, hands, see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. I actually think the hear no evil part of it is kind of funny. Just like a long-ass finger going through the brain.
Yeah,
like.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I was nervous about the lighting just because it's so far from normal portrait lighting. But I do think it's relatively eerie and the shadow really works, and then the edge light kind of intensifies that side of the face a little bit more. But yeah, super fun. Finished roughly about an hour, but I could spend way more time on this, like for sure. I actually wanted to do like an animated background and stuff like that, but time got away from me. I had to do work, not fun work. So yeah, that's my final product.
Yeah, very awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
Hit the theme 100%.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
spooky.
Very spooky.
Yeah, like this isn't something I'm probably going to be posting on my personal socials, but for Full Swing, we're going to have 3 spooky photos in this video to go with it for context. But awesome, cool. Well, I'm glad you guys think it's spooky after all. Awesome. Well, do either of you guys have the inkling to present to the class?
I can go next.
All right.
So what I photographed was just 3 scenes. I kind of had a brief envisionment, kind of mostly came up with the idea shortly before coming into the office. I remember telling Slater the day before, like, I wanted to do something along the lines of like a comic strip.
Interesting.
Yeah, my friend of mine, he read through his horror comic called From Hell.
Oh,
got
okay.
this very distinct art style, and he sent it my way. He's like, oh, hey, I think you might be interested in something like this. Very cool art stuff. And I haven't read it yet. I looked at the art style, and the art style is very cool, very interesting. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'll try to mimic that slightly. So I tried to make a small little comic strip, a little bit of storytelling in there. The photos that I took were real quick and dirty. Like, I think I got mine done pretty quickly. There was one complicated shot where Darby helped me get some smoke through a door crack. They're fairly simple. I wanted to go for some really harsh shadows, and that would really help with doing the adjustments that I wanted to do to make it into the comic book style.
Yeah, now the shoot makes more sense to me because I'm like, how are you compositing these different shots? Like, you're getting the perspective of you being scared of something that's coming through the door or something like that, but also showing the door. So I'm like, how's that? So yeah, anyway, go ahead, and I'm really curious to see. That's such an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Got to keep people on their toes. Can't reveal too much of what you're doing.
I love that you even have a timer.
Yep, I got the timer.
in spirit of the challenge,
Here you can see my short idea in paint. And then I started going.
Dang, that actually turned out really cool. I know it's like a simple shot, but the smoke is like cool.
So basically, took the best shot, warped it, put it into 0 saturation. Gotta really go through this fast. I denoised it a couple times to make it real smooth. Then I put it into the levels adjustment to get the brightness. And then I made 3 different copies of it. Took some like a grungy texture, and then just overlaid them on different variations of the lighting level. For this picture, one of these was pretty blurry, but I was like, I can use this. It's super blurry, but that makes this part a little bit easier. And there was, of course, the lighting that Couldn't get perfect, but that's fine. That's what
Nice.
Photoshop's for, you know?
Yeah, obviously hard to focus in a dark room
Yeah.
when your subject's also dark.
which was a good learning experience. But yeah, no, I then came in with just a brush, added a little bit more brightness to those, so then yeah, I could get this nice.
I'm getting very like Sin City.
Yeah, exactly. That comic strip, that big harsh shadows and colors.
Bro, this is so Sin City coded.
Yeah. And got some good lighting here. I remember that I wasn't super happy with the one with my glasses, so I kind of just copy and pasted a little bit and then made some small adjustments. I did not do this in proper Photoshop style. I didn't do this as like a masked layer and then erased. I just was flying by the seat of my pants. I was a madman. I got my nice little comic block slots here. I wanted it to be a little bit more angular, so I made some adjustments
That's
with the warping
fun.
tool. And then I got my 3 outcomes, and I slapped them all in there. Just size them and adjust them as needed. You know, I got them in, there was some, overlap and whatnot, but I came with the paint tool, cleaned it up a little bit. I wanted to adjust, I want to put some onomatopoeias, I wanted to put some sound effects, so I threw those in there, put them in green just so I knew where they were and where I wanted to block them. I came back to that one panel, thought about something that I wanted to do, but left it alone a bit. Got some nice impact text. And then I was like, I want this to be kind of like I wanted there to be a flow of the visual hierarchy here. So I wanted, the heartbeats to get quicker. So that's why I kind of put them closer together towards the end, as the heartbeats speed up bigger and louder as the story progresses. I wanted to get some sound effects here coming out of the door along with the smoke, warping wise, but I was like, I can put it like this and get it to be nice and angular. And then I was like, it looks okay. Maybe if I adjust this, get some different beveling or drop a shadow on it, maybe to give it some 3D aspect or adjust the opacity. And then I was like, no, get rid of it.
Oh, that was cool. I thought that was turned out super
And I was like,
cool.
nah, it's too much. So then I was like, okay, go back to the bumps. These are okay. They're nice. And then I was like, you know what? Those spots are nice, but I can do one better. I can just get a paintbrush
Blood
tool for
splat.
this.
Nice.
There we go. That's easy. That saves me time, energy, and it looks even better. And I think that was it. And I was like, this is nice. Bring that back in. And then, you can see how I got it.
Nice. You also did
I did a little bit
I
so you
should've
can
done
see
this.
the...
This honestly, I really like it displayed like this too, as an animatic,
Look.
It's simple.
Hey, that was great.
I threw it together.
I feel like it really came together too with that just last little cinematic too that you did. I actually think it would be good to export that as a GIF or something instead, just like that section with the final for us to post, because you already did the animation and I feel like it definitely even elevates it a little bit. So
It was just
Cool.
some fade-ins and some position shifting. That was it.
yeah, that was really fun, dude. Good job.
Well, thank you.
Very
Turned
spooky.
out awesome.
Let's see what you got, Slater.
So I think you'll see pretty quickly from mine that may not be spooky for everyone watching, but spooky for us.
You went, you tapped into fear, not necessarily general horror, but fear, huh?
Yeah. So I started with just a laptop, and I know you guys were wondering what I was going to do, and to be honest, I was also wondering what I was going to do. I had a general idea, but I knew a lot of it was going to be how it comes together in post.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked my picture, cropped it a little bit, and extended the set. And then, as you can see, I started going through getting different error windows and all the scary things that we have to deal with.
Cable
including
management.
Cable management, all the weird quirks of Premiere. My idea was to do a lot of generative AI, but it ended up not working as well as I wanted. So you'll see I kind of just use the windows themselves. My idea was to have monitors, but...
Oh, I see. That's so sick.
So I started dragging in some of the different images that bring me fear.
It's like they're ghosts that are haunting the screen or something.
Yeah,
They're haunting
so-
your...
It's a manifestation of the the tech difficulties that we deal with on a daily basis. I did do one monitor, but I quickly saw it was taking a lot of work. But then I went through and got a bunch of textures, different like
bro,
pixel
dude.
textures.
Oh,
and
sorry.
whatnot.
I just clocked the media offline. I thought that was just like a video error, but I'm like, oh wait, no, that's
part of it.
That's like the biggest. Oh, some texture.
Yeah, it started adding drop shadows and everything to.
Bro, this is crazy.
More
It's filling up.
And I did do one new tool that I'll probably have to do the non-sped up version to actually explain what.
Oh, gotcha.
But this was my starting image and then the final result.
Wow. Yes. Very terrifying.
Very cool.
Any video editor would shirk in horror. I don't think I said that right, but you guys get the gist.
So.
Wow. Great job, guys. I really love how inventive you guys were.
So one thing I wanted to like touch on is I learned a new tool that just got added to Photoshop. I'll see if I can find a good example of it. But it's called the Harmonize tool. So I think it's part of, like, the
yes,
Gen
I've used that a
AI.
couple times just to experiment.
But I used it on the cables specifically, so I put them all into one layer, and when I did harmonize, it looks at like the general scene and tries to come up with things like shadows and highlights, and I think what it really did was it like blurred it kind of like with matching the depth of field of the laptop, but just a general way of making it sit in the scene a little better, and it gives you 3 different variations to play with.
Yeah, that's a new feature with the integration of AI that Photoshop has been doing. I believe they call them like neural filters or something, right? Or I don't remember, but yeah, they're really cool for being able to comp things into the scene and without having to do too much editing to fix the lighting and
Yeah, because I was
color.
just pulling in different images of cables, and the lighting from the scenes definitely didn't match the perspective that I had in my laptop photo, so that helped hide that a little bit and blend it into the scene a little better. But
Awesome job, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you kind of, well, each of you guys I feel like really did something totally off the wall, unexpected. So I think super fun. I'm glad that you guys had your own spin on it, and even just like, even though they're all photography, they almost feel like different mediums. All
Yeah.
3 of the photo,
definitely.
so yeah, wow, yeah, yeah. I leave it up to Slater to make a meme out of it, out of the prompt. Like, great job, awesome. Well, for only having 30 minutes, even less really, honestly, to shoot and less than 2 hours to edit, you guys got a lot accomplished and definitely hit home with the theme. So great job, and have a happy Halloween, and viewers, you also have a happy Halloween or spooky Halloween. You know.
But yeah,
Awesome.
this was fun. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
interested to see what the next.
Yeah, November. All I can think of
Venus.
is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, man. I don't know what we're doing in November. If it'll be holiday themed, or we just, the challenge is to enjoy our family's love.
That should be an easy challenge, Darby. Yeah,
All
that should
right.
be easy.
Beautiful. All right, awesome. Thanks, dudes.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.